SPF 100. Good stuff. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm taking an overnight foray into the Pecos wilderness, my usual stomping grounds, so come on and join me. Take a look. I shot this same view on my last video, and you can see how much the snow's melting if you want to compare. The snow was up to the top of the signs. So now I've made it to my first trail junction. I think I'm about a mile up the trail now. Haven't seen a soul on the trail, so that's a good thing. I like a little solitude. And you can see how deep the snow is here as I back off the zoom a little bit. It's well up the signpost, and there's one trail that goes down this way, super steep, not a good trail to take in the snow. I'm not going that way. That's the trail they call the elevator, for obvious reasons. I'm going this way, and there's two possible spots that I may be camping in. One is before the Rio Nambe crossing, and the other is La Vega Meadow, and that's where I really want to go to. But right now it's like runoff season. The creek might be high. With steep snowbanks it might be even a little dangerous, so I'll have to check it out before I make that decision. But so far so good. The hiking on this north slope is super easy. The trail's narrow. You can see where people have post-holed a bit when they step out of the hard-packed area that's real narrow. I thought about taking a sled or a pulk with me to carry some of my stuff in. Glad I didn't. The trail here on the north side is really steep, really narrow. It would have been sliding off, bouncing off of trees. It would have been a pain in the butt. So just going with a light pack is the way to go. Made a good decision there. So I'm happy, having a good time, and I'll check in with you a little later. Here we go. I've made it to the next trail junction, and this marks about the 2-mile stretch. So I think I only have maybe a mile and a half to go, something like that. So approximately halfway there. Whew, a little treacherous. The trail is quite beautiful through here. I like this circle trail. This would be a nice sunny, melted off place to camp, but it's a little close to the trail, unfortunately. But there's hope that I might find a place like this, which would be cool. I wouldn't have to cook over a fire that's 5 foot deep in a snowdrift like last time. Okay, that section was a little hairy to traverse on snowshoes, but I made it across. I had to pull that one stick, I think it's right there, off the trail because it was in my way, and I just kind of lifted that one branch up and shoved it over my pack so I didn't have to crawl under it. But as you can see, if I would have fallen there, I probably could have gotten a little hurt. I wouldn't have slid too far because I would have ran into a tree, but anyway, that's what happens when the snow gets deep on a steep slope, I guess. Okay, this is my next trail junction. Yay! And this is where I make my turn to head towards the Nambe Trail. This is the upper Nambe Trail, and that's where I'm headed. But if you look, the only person that's used it is maybe a coyote, so no tracks to follow. We shall see how it goes. Okay, I lied. There are some old tracks. Looks like old cross-country ski tracks or something here that you can kind of follow. And then there's the blazes, like up there. That's an old one on that aspen tree that's healed over. So I don't think I'll have any problem finding my way. Whew, I'm glad I'm in snowshoes because the snow is soft. I'm even sinking in snowshoes a little bit in places. But this is my kind of fun. Whee! And I'm sliding and sinking and woohoo! Alright, I'm going to turn it off and use my tripod as a walking stick. Alright, so I got off trail there for a little while, but I found it again. And luckily it was at a flat spot, but that steep part up there where I was sinking in, that was tough going. So this is where I came from. And now I'm at this flat right here, and I had a good time camping here last year. I did a April camp here when there was just a little bit of snow left. So I think I might just try to find a spot in here and call it home, and then maybe day hike from there if I want to. Hey, looky what I found. This is my old camp from last year. It's probably a good time to set up because the winds are picking up. Snow's getting soft because the temperature keeps getting warmer. I'm even sinking in snowshoes now, so to find this little cleared area where my old camp was, this is awesome. Who can ask for anything more than this? I think I'm home for the night. With the rocks that I could find that aren't buried in the snow, I built a little half-circle fire ring. It won't reflect a lot of heat back, but it'll be okay for tonight. It's not going to get too cold. Now, I guess it's time to go look for some firewood. Or maybe I should have lunch first. I'll just have a snack first and then go get some firewood. Check out these gopher trails. Or it might be a snow vole or something like that, but they make these little trails in the ground in the winter underneath the snow. And they're just little tunnels you can see right here. And that's how they get around in the winter without hibernating. You know, clouds are building up right now. A little worried about the weather. Just east of us today there's supposed to be some severe thunderstorms, but the mountains are supposed to be the dividing line between the storms and the dry air. So we'll see. I might be right on the edge of something. Alright, now I've got my base of wood. I'm going to get some twigs and try to get something started. And maybe cut a little bit of fuel wood just to throw on it. I'm just going to pull some spruce twigs off this tree, and that'll get my twig fire going. Again, today it's just going to be a no-nonsense fire. I just want to get it going. I'll use my little homemade fire starters. Simple as you can get, Vaseline and cotton balls. You can see now that I'm collecting slightly larger size. Now I'm going to further process these by just dividing them up into diameter classes here. So like pencil size first, and make them just big enough to fit on my platform here that I built. I put them so they're all facing one direction. They're easy to grab that way. This will be the fine fuel first that gets the fire going. Kindling, I guess you could call it. This will keep for a little bigger piece. You know, the preparation is really crucial to getting a fire going quickly and easily. It's frustrating when you're sitting there trying to light a fire and it doesn't light. And if you just take a few minutes to sort things out like this, it makes it a lot easier. On my last camping trip, I didn't quite take the time to sort these out the first time, especially on my morning fire, and it didn't start very easily. So that was my bad. Get in a hurry sometimes. It's best just to relax, take it easy, do what you need to do, and everything works out better. Now these fine twigs, you could almost take a lighter and light them yourself. In fact, I've seen Joe Robinette do that. But I'm going to use the cotton ball method. Now we're getting a nice pile going here. There, that's looking pretty good. I think we can get it started with that. Alright, so I've got my platform here. I've got my cotton ball. Let's fluff it up and prepare it a little bit. It'll light a little easier that way. You can see the Vaseline in there. And it's going. Let's put the kindling on top. Lean it against the rocks to kind of prop it over it a little bit. Give it some oxygen in there. Keep it going. And is it going? Something's still going in there. The wood's not lighting yet. I'll give it a minute. I'm hearing something. Whoop, there we go. Just give it a little bit of a minute to catch, and then I'll put the slightly larger pieces on. Nice, it's catching quickly. There we go. Now I gotta cut some big pieces really quick. But there we go. You know, I'm gonna, instead of cutting as much, I'm just gonna use the age-old method of using like a long log and just moving it into the fire when it's ready to burn. Keep some small twigs around to keep it going. Gonna make it as easy on myself as I can. Now the fire is big enough that I've got a pot of snow melting. And that'll become my drinking water for later. I drank about a quart on my way out here, and I've got almost a quart left. But, you know, bushcraft camping, you always have to have a pot of water on, it seems like, to keep up with your demand. And maybe I'll have some tea or something too. Alright folks, I just realized I'm going to need a spoon for dinner. And there's this green aspen that wasn't too far away that was fallen. So I thought I'd give it a shot and carve a little spoon for my dinner. So about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes worth of work. I have a little spoon. If I really wanted to make it nice, I would take it home and use the hook knife to carve out the inside and sand it down and all of that to make it look nice. But for now, this will work. I might just do a few little touch-ups here. This is a pretty ugly spoon. Alright. This is what I've got. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Yeah, not bad for half hour's work. For tonight's entree, we have chicken teriyaki with rice and veggies. Mmm. It's gonna be good. Alright, it was boiling. Still boiling. Oh yeah. A bit more. There were some good floaties in there. Add a little extra protein and fiber. Perfect. Let's stir that up with my new spoon. I forgot to take the thing out. Always take the desiccant thing out first. Alright. There we go. A little heavy on the water maybe. That's alright. Close it up for 10 minutes. We'll let it rehydrate. Let's give it a shot. Not bad. Spoon's working well. Excellent. is a good spot. Good spot to eat. So anyway, I recently gave notice to my employer not to do YouTube full-time. I only have 114 subscribers at the moment. But that's partly what I want to do. But I've also started an e-commerce business, and I'm doing handyman work on the side to help support myself while I'm getting things going. And hopefully this will give me better control over my schedule in order to be able to spend more time in the woods and make more videos and be more consistent. I'd like to release one a week. That would be great. At least a hike, if not an overnighter a week, you know? Plus an occasional backpacking trip. I'm starting an e-commerce business too. www.starmountainproducts.com. I'm just selling t-shirts with my own designs, my own photographs, that sort of thing. So check it out if you get the chance. So yeah, things are getting interesting. I'm still working part-time at my old job at Healthcare for the Homeless, but I'm almost done with that. My last day is the 17th, and then I'll be on my own full-time. Hopefully I'll be able to get out more and take some more videos, because it feels like I only get out about once a month, and I want to get out at least once every couple weeks and just maybe do some other little gear review videos or whatever on the side in between those, or a day hike video, whatever, you know. Try to put out one a week. So that's where I am now. Yeah, I'm kind of happy things are going this way. I think it's going to be good for me. Now this is the time of night I was waiting for, or time of day for filming. It's just beautiful. And let's take a look at here, where I have my time-lapse shooting of the sunset. Oh, that just looks beautiful. There's my time-lapse camera, and here's the sunset. Really pretty. Hey everybody. It's getting dark and just about time to turn in. Well, maybe not quite yet. It's about 8 o'clock. It's been a good day. I've enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you in the morning. Have a good night. So as you can see, there's some coals left over from last night, and I'm just putting some fine spruce twigs on top and blowing the coals into life to get the fire going. And there you have it. Got everything else right here ready to go. Just gonna throw it on too. And I've got myself a little fire. I already made a pot of water last night, so all I have to do is warm it up for coffee and breakfast. Life is good. Fire's going, water's heating up. It's time to head over to the bear bag and get the food. Oh, I can stand on the snow this morning. Well, now I still fall through a little bit, but it's much harder than it was yesterday. You can see where I was sinking down to my knees here. And there it is. Hopefully you can see that. It's weird walking around with a camera on my head. Just a kind of a quick release knot here. If I can pull that, there we go. I'm standing on it, there we go. And I can pull the whole thing down. I'm not gonna need it anymore. And I don't want to forget it. Leave my rope here. All right. Let's go eat, drink coffee, and enjoy the morning campfire. Get out of the cold. Oh, I'm staying on top, and that's what I want. I want to just wear micro spikes and stay on top this morning. Oh, fire's warm. Nice. Lots of birds out making noises this morning. It's kind of peaceful. Woodpecker in the distance. I can hear the sound of the stream down below me. A very, very beautiful morning. I remember last time I was here, there was a storm front coming in or something, and it was very windy. Now it's just calm and nice. Listen to all these birds. It's beautiful. This kind of morning makes me happy. Alright, checking the coffee. Looks pretty good. Most of the grounds have sunk. I'll get a few grounds in my coffee, but I don't mind. Not when I'm camping. Let's go ahead and pour it. Oh my gosh. You have no idea how much I love the first cup of coffee in the morning. Oh. Whew, it's hot. Oh, delicious. And I've got some powdered creamer in it. I forget what kind it is. Hazelnut, I believe. Oh, life is good. Let's check out the oatmeal. See if it's done. Looks good. This is Trader Joe's Quick Oats. Never had these kind before. They're more like steel cut oats. They're fine. I may prefer the regular instant oats better. This should put out the fire. Alright, goodbye camp. It's been another good time here. Alright, looks like we're back to the trail junction, to the main trail. Whew, it's rather steep right here. Ah, now this one should be packed nice. Nice and hard. By the footsteps, packing it down and then turning to ice. Just gotta watch for the holes where people sunk. Right by the trail. There he goes. Or she. Oh, that's cool. Hope you guys are getting this. The GoPro doesn't have a zoom, so it's kind of hard to tell. Pretty cool. See some wildlife. Let's continue. I'm glad I have micro spikes and snowshoes, various traction devices for situations like this where the footing's treacherous, and if you fall, you're going straight down. So yeah, when you do this kind of hiking, be prepared. This right here was the hardest part yesterday. I'll give you a point of view of it. It's going to be easy in micro spikes, but on snowshoes it was a little treacherous. Somebody moved that other limb out of the way. That's good. I moved this first one yesterday. This thing right here. Okay, I moved a little more. But yeah, can you imagine on snowshoes right here where it's going down and you're kind of at an angle? It was a little precarious, but I did it. I like the sound of the creek this morning. This is a tributary of the Rio Nambe that comes out of Nambe Lake. Oh, is it me or is that hole getting worse? Oh, snow bridge. Alright. Made it through safely. 2.25 miles to my trailhead. Boy, some of these areas, like right through here, I'm just flying through because there's no holes in the trail. The trail's nice and icy. My spikes are getting great traction. It's almost easier than a regular trail because there's not the rocks and stuff to deal with. It's kind of nice. Alright, I'm at this trail junction again. So that means there's only about a mile left. Haven't seen a soul yet this morning. Kind of nice to have a little bit of solitude. And Anyway, I wanted to tell everybody happy Cinco de Mayo, the pseudo-Mexican holiday. I say that because they don't actually celebrate it in Mexico, but they celebrate it here in the United States. So, happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody, and I guess it's about time to check out. Not much left to see that you folks haven't seen before. So, yeah, this is John with Star Mountain Outdoors and Bushcraft, trail name Sterno, and please don't forget to like, share, leave a comment below, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you can too, please. And check out my online store, starmountainproducts.com. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.